Run your feet! Finish!
The Game Day Broadcast Network is proud to present Football Media Day. Football Media Day is brought to you by Lark Brewing Company and Restaurant, Loudoun's #1 destination for great food and great times. And by Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. When you need to get back in the game or the game of life, call Robin O'Connor and Integrated Sports Medicine today.
Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.
Hi, I'm Justin Shank. I'm the head coach of Parkview High School in Sterling, Virginia. This is my second year going into the program. I was previously an offensive coordinator for 5 years at Freedom High School in South Riding. So I'm really excited to be able to get my own program up and running with this really being my first full year in the building with them going into this season, and we're really looking forward to the 2024 football season. Last year, our 2023 season, we did have a lot of success by our own standards, especially by my standards, going into running a program for the first time, and really what we considered a rebuilding program. The wins and losses weren't exactly where we wanted them to be. We were 3-7, but there were a lot of positives with the kids. We had a lot of first-time players. Our numbers were up. It was the first time in about a decade that we were able to have an entire sub-varsity season with our 9th grade team. And now all those guys are playing JV for us this year. So when you're trying to rebuild a program, getting them in at that 9th grade level, if not earlier, really helps. And I think a lot of those guys are going to be able to help us this year going into 2024. Like I said, last year, the discipline was something that we really worked on and we're really proud of. We stayed competitive in a lot of games, and the one thing I'm most proud of really from last year is the team never quit. It didn't matter what was on the scoreboard, they kept fighting, and I think that's going to really hold up well for us going into this 2024 season, where we expect to be in a lot more competitive games in the second half. Having that never-stopping fight mentality is going to prove successful. Our off-season has started back, I think we started the week after Thanksgiving, working out. We've done morning workouts, we've done afternoon workouts. We kind of adjust because we do have a lot of our student athletes both working jobs or playing other sports. So it's all about making the adjustment of what's best for the student athletes and what's best for the program. And I'll give all my athletes credit. They all find a way to get in that weight room. We have a great weightlifting program during school, during class. They can take that as their phys ed class, and we really push that for our football players, and a lot of them do take it. So even if they are playing track and they might only be able to get to, say, one workout a week with the football team, I know they're working out 2 or 3 days with the phys ed teacher. And so they're building strength, and we've seen not just the numbers go up in our off season with strength, our numbers as well on our roster, but also you can see kids starting to look more like football players. And then once those ended this whole summer, we have just been repping plays constantly. And we had our first scrimmage last week. And I'll say in my 9 or 10 years of coaching, as a first scrimmage, it was probably the best I've seen of kids knowing exactly what to do on every play. We didn't have any questions on the play. They knew the playbook inside and out. Now it's just about fixing, tweaking some of those techniques wise. That's kind of what our training camp's been like. We've been going our tour-a-days. Like I said, the kids have been really committed. The kids have been really excited about this upcoming season. They've been great. They've been pushing each other. The competition has felt like a game atmosphere through most of training camp, which is great. We haven't had to tell any of our student athletes to, hey, we need more effort from you. A lot of that effort and a lot of the discipline has been student-led through our student captains, which I've done a leadership academy as well to kind of put more on my captains so that they can be leaders of the team and that it's not always coming from the coach pushing the kids to get better. The kids are pushing each other, and it's a great atmosphere to be around. We did lose kind of a couple of our key players. One of them, Amani Kofi, he's over at VMI right now. He's the only one from us last year who's playing college football, and he's really excited about that. But we are returning a lot of guys. Our offensive line is almost all back. Josh Cash as our center. We have Dan Serrano as a guard. He was a runner-up All-State wrestler, so he's going to be really big for us. We're hoping he can get some of those football awards as well. Manny Farrar as one of our tackles. Elkin Gonzalez, he was kind of a role player for us last year. He's probably about 6'1", 250. He's probably the strongest kid on our team. He's returning at tackle. And then we have a new player. He's a senior coming out for the first time, Axel Bermudez. Again, just a real hard-nosed, hard hitter. He's picking up the game really quickly, so we're really excited to see what he's going to be able to do. Our quarterback is coming back, Brian Flores. Last year was his first year under center for us, so we're really excited to see how he developed in the off-season and for him to go out and show that on Friday nights. Running backs is where we kind of lost the most. Right now we have Johnny Valadares and Joseph Adieso at our fullback position. And then our running backs are kind of by committee. All of our 3 running backs, our halfbacks, are new. One of them is Solomon Alexander. He's a 10th grader. He actually moved from Ohio about mid-year last year. He said he wanted to play football. We saw him on the track team. He was one of the fastest runners, so we're really excited that he came out for us. And we expect him as a 10th grader to still do big things on varsity. Then we have another returner, Jonathan Alvarado. He played 2 years ago, took last year off. We're really excited to have him back too. He's going to be a big role player for us at running back. And then Jimmy Canales, who was our leading freshman rusher last year. So he's another 10th grader, and he's going to give us a lot of depth at that halfback position. We have Fuad Sharar as our 2-back, kind of like a wing-back position. He's a returner from last year. He played a little bit more receiver. We think he can run the ball on a lot of our counters, a lot of our sweep plays. He has some good speed, so we're excited to see that. We're returning one of our receivers who was kind of in the rotation, Ayan Ahmed, and I just want to give him credit. I think he might have missed maybe 3 workouts from Thanksgiving until now, and those he probably missed school because he was sick or he had something he had to attend to, but he's been one of our most committed players, so we're really excited to see what he's going to be able to do. And then tight end, we're lucky enough to have Riley Blankenship. He's another one who played a couple years ago, did not play last year. He's a senior. He's coming back. And he just, you look at him, you look at his attitude, he just screams football player, hard-nosed, and we're really excited to see what he's going to be able to do for us. On the defensive side of the ball, the D-line is pretty much the same that we have on our offensive line. We're going to be rotational, a lot of the guys there. Our linebackers, our quarterbacks, also our starting middle linebacker, Brian Flores. At a school like Parkview, we got to put the best 11 on the field, and then we just rotate from there, and he's probably our best tackler right now. And then kind of our running backs and our receiver, right? Ayan Ahmed, Solomon Alexander, Jonathan Alvarado. They're 3 guys competing for that secondary position, as well as other guys like David Gadd. He's pushing in there, and another 10th grader, Jordan Kennard. He's looking to push to get in that mix for the secondary. So we're really excited. We do have a lot of 10th graders who we feel are going to play a big role on varsity this year, whether it's in a starting position or a backup position. So we're really excited that a lot of our guys we have for multiple years, and they're developing very quickly for us. My guys to watch, kind of like I said, Riley Blankenship, he's been playing D-end for us and tight end, and he's been doing an absolutely fantastic job, and he gets the other kids pumped up. They feed off his energy. Brian Flores, my quarterback and my middle linebacker, on both sides of the ball, he's really developed into a great leader on the team. So we're really proud of that, to see what he is going to be able to do. And then, like I said, my running backs by committee, Solomon Alexander, Jonathan Alvarado, Jimmy Canales Cruz, all those guys, we think, I feel comfortable no matter which of those three is carrying the ball for me. I feel just as comfortable, and it's great to have that depth at in a run-heavy offense. As having depth at running back, it just breeds competition, and they feed off of each other, and we always have fresh legs out there. Another one, like I said, Dan Serrano, he had a great year last year. He was one who kind of came into his own around week 4 or 5. All-state runner-up wrestler. We really want to see what he can do on the football field. He did a lot for us that second half of the season. We're excited that he's ready to go at the beginning of the year this year. And then Ayan Ahmed at receiver and at cornerback, just one of our hardest workers. So we're really excited to see what he's going to bring to the table, both show that his work ethic is paying off, and we're already seeing that in practices and our first scrimmage. As for our expectations, this is something I talked to with my leadership team, my 4 players who are my leaders, which right now that's Fuad Sharar, Johnny Valadares, Brian Flores, and Manny Farrar, along with Prince Amazu Nadun. He's another 10th grader who's kind of one of our 10th grade leaders out there. And I asked them what they wanted our season expectations to be, because I really believe on giving the kids ownership over their season. They're the ones out there playing the game. I'm just trying to put them in the best position possible. And they said, first and foremost, we want to beat our record from last year. We were 3-7. They were a little disappointed we didn't get a couple more wins. So they said, hey, our first goal is to beat our record from last year. And then secondly is be in every game, be competitive in every game. They were really proud that we didn't quit on any games last year, and they want to see that through and want to see it pay off on the scoreboard as well. And then one thing I do want to shout out, because I think it gives a lot of credit to those leaders guys, when I asked them about their season expectations, the third thing they said is they want to be seen as role models in the school. And I just think having student athletes who had that foresight to say, hey, here's what we want to do on the field, but coach, we also want teachers to be excited when they see a football jersey in their classroom. I think that speaks a ton of the type of kids that we have at Parkview and how they're really trying to strive to be great both on and off the turf.
Coach, thanks for that. Are there any games in any schools on your schedule where the kids get really excited about the game?
Yeah, Dominion High School, because that's our rival. The kids always get excited for that. We play them the last week of the season, but I know that's a school that the kids are always kind of talking about even now. And I like that it's towards that end because we get to ramp up for it. And every game before them, we're getting better. So I think Dominion is always a great rivalry. They're a 5-minute drive away. A lot of kids know each other because they play youth league together, so it's always a really great rivalry, so they get really excited for that. And then I think it's just the next game. So right now they're really excited when we go to play John Lewis down in Springfield. They've been looking forward to that, I'll say probably since December when we started practicing. I already had kids asking me, hey, we're playing Lewis week 1 again, right? Coach, when's that game? I want to get ready for it. So they do really have that next game mentality, but I'd also be lying if I said that Dominion didn't kind of get their spirits up a little bit more, but they go into every game attacking it at 100%.
Coach, the transfer portal has changed a lot of things in terms of kids' desire to play at the next level. In your program, which is a developing program, might it be sort of a help to encourage the kids to go to Division II, Division III?
Yeah, and I'll say we had probably close to 20 colleges walk through our door this year, which is a credit to the hard work the kids have put in, that they're starting to get noticed. And it's everything from D1, D2, D3. The transfer portal, it is what it is at the college level. As a high school coach, my job is to just put my kids in the best position, connect them to the coaches, and I preach to them that they should set lofty expectations, right? Go to those D1 camps, but also go to the D2, the D3 camps. Leave all your options on the table if it's a goal of yours to play college football. And for a lot of our kids, they do want that opportunity, so they'll take it wherever it comes. I think it is a shame that with the transfer portal at the D1 level, some of those kids who might be a D1 guy in high school do get overlooked a little bit, because you can get a guy who's already played for a year or two. But that's something that the NCAA or whatever it turns into is going to figure out. I tell my kids, hey, if you want to play college, it's there for you. If you have the grades, if you work 100% every game, I'll connect you with the coaches. I'll give you the resources, and I'll give the kids credit. They have been doing that.
Coach, if you can, give us a little bit of a snapshot of week one and just talk a little bit about, kind of preview the game for us a little bit.
Yeah, so we play John Lewis High School down in Springfield week one. It's an away game this year. They came to us last year. It was a great game. It was a great opener. I mean, it was my first time on the sideline as a varsity head coach. For a lot of my kids, it was their first time playing varsity football, and they rose to the occasion. I believe we were up at half. We wound up losing 41-30. We dealt with the injury bug a little bit getting into that second half. So that was a big part of our off season, looking back and, hey, how do we mitigate those soft tissue injuries, those rolled ankles? So we've been doing yoga as a team to really fix a lot of the muscle spasms, to increase our flexibility. Been doing that in the weight room as well. And I think it's going to be a great game. They are a great matchup for us. I think they're doing great things over there. It was a great game last year. I know the kids really feel like it slipped away from them, so they're really motivated and they want to come home 1-0 that week one.
Coach, we appreciate you joining us here on Media Day, your first one with us. We wish you the best of luck here in the 2024 football season, and good luck to the Patriots. We'll be watching.
All right, thank you so much for having us.
There you go, Chad. Hey. Get the football, run your feet. Hey, you know. Finish.
The Gameday Broadcast Network is proud to present Football Media Day. Football Media Day is brought to you by Lark Brewing Company and Restaurant, Loudoun's #1 destination for great food and great times. And by Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. When you need to get back in the game or the game of life, call Robin O'Connor and Integrated Sports Medicine today.
Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.